It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon for MAC women's soccer here at Cochrane Stadium for a matchup between the Central Michigan Chippewas and the Bowling Green Falcons. I'm Henry Costco, joined by my broadcast partner Noah Seeley. Noah, a week off for the Falcons after back-to-back draws against OU on Thursday and Western Michigan on Sunday, but the depth has really been a big factor to their success so far this year.
Yeah, Henry, kind of like you talked about, the depth is so important. And you really never know when that injury bug is going to happen. If and when it happens, the Falcons will be ready for it.
Yeah, and on the other side for Central Michigan, an 0-7 start for them in non-conference play, but they've bounced back in these past couple games with back-to-back draws against Toledo and Ball State. What have you seen from them so far this year?
If I had to look at two key players for Central Michigan, Henry, I'm going to look for their goalkeeper, Brinley Borgman, who's started a majority of their games, and then secondly, Milena Troy. In their two last ties, she had one of the goals in those two. Look for those two.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a big matchup here today as Bowling Green looks to get their first victory in a couple weeks here at Cochrane Stadium in a matchup against Central Michigan right here on WBGU PBS. Welcome into Cochrane Stadium as the starting lineups are getting introduced right now for another beautiful Sunday afternoon matchup between Central Michigan and Bowling Green. Central Michigan 0-7-2 to begin the season. Oh, the Falcons have had a great start of their own. So, Noah, what are you looking for in this game today?
Henry, a couple things that I'm looking for in this game is Bowling Green's had a week off. They haven't played in a little bit of time. Central Michigan's coming off. They started off the season 0-7, had two straight ties, making it 0-7-2. We talked to Coach a little bit beforehand about what this matchup and the following matchups against Toledo and Eastern Michigan kind of look like. Here's a little clip of it.
All right, Coach. So off week for you guys after back-to-back draws against OU and Western, but crucial games coming up for you guys these next couple of weeks. How important are they going to be for you just in terms of MAC tournament hopes?
Oh, for sure. I mean, every game in the MAC is an important game. I think every game's a difficult game. You're just going to have different types of opponents, and obviously we started with three of the top teams, and now we're playing against. They're all good, right? Some top opponents. We just got to make sure we can convert these to wins.
Yeah, Central Michigan been on a pretty good defensive stretch lately, not allowed more than one goal in the past 5 games. How are you going to break through against them today?
Yeah, I think, obviously if you look at Central Michigan's record, like it says one thing, but what you're going to get from Central Michigan is a very, very organized group, someone that's going to work really hard. They're probably going to press us really high with lots of numbers. And so for us, it's obviously finding ways to break that pressure and punish that back line. That's the most important thing. That's what we're looking to do. Stay calm, stay collected, look for the right spaces, and hopefully cause them a lot of problems.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck today.
Founded in the Midwest, Bowling Green State University is embracing innovation to push the norms of higher education. Academic programs that are in high demand, research that is relevant for our communities, partnerships that strengthen our economy. Nationally recognized for our student experience and home to one of the largest scholarship programs of its kind in the nation. We are a hard-working public university, always striving forward, always for the public good.
Welcome back to Cochrane Stadium for another matchup of MAC women's soccer right here on WBGU PBS. I'm Henry Coscoach. I'm my broadcast partner, Noah Seeley. We're about to get underway here, but let's get you started with your starting lineups first for the Central Michigan Chippewas. Kylie Weed, number 3, the midfielder. We'll start off with Liv Moulton, Grace Cameron, Ellie Dykstra, Ella Betzold, Abby Fries, Rachel Jackson, Olivia Bretz, Melena Troy, the former Oakland Golden Grizzly, number 21 in the midfield with Sophia Spano and Briley Borgman rounding it out for the Chippewas. How about the Bowling Green Falcons, Noah?
For the Falcons, we have the sophomore goalkeeper, Peyton O'Malley, Emma Butera, Emily Holler, Isabella Mazzaferro, Aubrey Oliver, Gabby Lampardi, Christy Franson, Haley Wolf, Jana Sears, the former University of Toledo forward, Ellie Poole, and rounding it out, we have Emma Stransky.
Yeah, that one notable addition into the lineup that we didn't see last week, Christy Franson into the center back spot after Taylor Green suffered an apparent injury against Western Michigan in the first half last week.
Yeah, and Henry kind of touched on that. I mean, she's the captain of this team. It's going to be a tough loss with her not on the pitch for the Falcons, but I'm sure they can still get it done even without her.
Yeah, Christy Franson, the redshirt sophomore defender out of Worcester, Ohio, missed all of 2024 due to injury, but she's played a pretty key role so far for the Falcons. 6 games played in 136 minutes, and of course, most recently, the 45 against Western. As we are underway, as Emmy Butera is going to send it forward for the Falcons.
Yeah, and Henry, kind of touching on what we talked about in the pregame, the Falcons have a lot of depth, and just because Taylor Green is the only one injured so far does not mean, A, there will be more injuries.
Yeah.
There could be a chance where you have to go very deep into your bench
Yeah.
at any point in the season. And it's very nice for the Falcons that they have that.
Yeah, they haven't been afraid to do that so far in the year. They've been playing upwards of 20, 21, sometimes 22 players in the lineup. Day-to-day basis, 25 of the 29 players have received minutes in at least 3 games so far this season. So they're really going to break into that bench again today, to be expected. It goes back to the Central Michigan goalkeeper, Briley Borgman. Gonna send it up to Moulton. Now Jackson. Central Michigan started off the season 0-7, didn't score a goal until 2 weeks ago against Ball State, but back-to-back 1-1 draws against those Cardinals and against, most recently, the Toledo Rockets have kind of gotten them back on track.
Yeah, Henry, and even with those losses that they had, they were all close losses.
Yeah.
0-1, 0-2, and I think that is thanks to the goalkeeping of their junior goalkeeper, Briley Borgman. She's played in 6 games, started 5 of them, has 33 saves on the season, 91 shots against her. She didn't play her first 2 years with CMU, but so far she's done a great job this season.
A foul on the Chippewas, gonna give a free kick to the Falcons. See Gabby Lampardi at the center back spot. She's gonna be the new leader of that back line with the absence of Green. We'll see how long she ends up being out of the lineup. If it ends up being the whole season, she's going to have a big hole to fill in that defense. Here's sophomore under Haley Wolf, who gets that one knocked away by Sophia Spano. It's going to be a Bowling Green throw-in.
Yeah, and if there's anyone to fill that hole of Green, I expect Lampardi to do so.
Trying to find Ellie Poole on that throw-in. Instead finds Holler, who's going to knock it back to Grace Cameron. He's going to send it out for another throw-in for Haley Wolf, the All-MAC freshman team member in 2024. A consistent outside back. It's a great defense all year for the Falcons, on track to potentially make another All-MAC team this year.
Yeah, and kind of exactly what the Falcons needed from her this season is she has done.
Yeah, consistency has been a key part, especially in this defensive line between Green. As there's a misplay by Christy Franson. That's going to give a breakaway for the Chippewas, and a great save by Peyton O'Malley. Puts the body in front of it. That was a dangerous opportunity, but it's not over yet for the Chippewas. Franson on the defense. Lampardi's going to get the takeaway and boot it, but, man, good opportunity for the Chippewas on a misplay by Christy Franson, the center back.
Yeah, Henry, and you're going to hear that name a lot, Peyton O'Malley. Only a sophomore on this Falcon team, but she is a leader. She has done her job last year when she came in and has done her job the entire year this year.
Falcons rebounding quickly. Here's Holler going to cross it into the box, looking for Ellie Poole, but that one's maybe just a little bit too far. See how that's how quickly the Falcon offense can formulate. with that transition offense, but a dangerous opportunity for Central Michigan early on, and Payne O'Malley showing why she's been the leader in save percentage in the MAC so far to this point. Foul on Bowling Green, going to go the way of Central Michigan. Central, 2 goals in their past 2 games, 2 1-1 draws. One of those goals came from Milena Troy, number 21 in the starting lineup today. Transferred from Oakland after last year, was a part of that Golden Grizzly team that came into Bowling Green early in that year and brought a 0-0 draw. And transferred Central Michigan, 1 goal and 1 assist so far. Contributed to both the goals. As that free kick is in, and O'Malley's going to be there to make the play. Troy was on the offensive attack on that for Central.
Yeah, and with Central's record being a little bit lower, 0-7-2, the thing is they don't need to score a ton to be able to get the win because of how good their defense is and how good their goalkeeper is.
Yeah. That one's played forward for Dykstra, but it's just going to be a little bit too far, and it's going to go out of play for a Bowling Green goal kick. Central Michigan, offensive attack has been on early. That's what they're going to want, is to get on the board early against this Falcon defense. That's what Western Michigan did in their 1-1 draw here last Sunday, but Bowling Green was able to rebound on a goal from Lexi White to lead to that eventual 1-1 draw.
Yeah, and what a huge draw from the Falcons. I mean, Western Michigan is a known, very huge MAC women's soccer team.
Yeah.
And the Falcons being able to tie them not only solidifies their fantastic start, program record start, but their season in general.
Yeah, under head coach Lewis Robinson, Broncos haven't lost a MAC regular season game since 2022. That result was big, and just in terms of MAC tournament hopes for this Falcon team. There's a takeaway by Central Michigan. They're going to go the other way. Troy to Jackson. Jackson trying to play it forward to Betzold. With Franson on the defensive play, and she's going to knock it back and make a great takeaway. Sent the other way for Bowling Green.
Yeah, and Betzold for Central Michigan has done her job this season. She's appeared in 9 games, started in 6 of them. She has 1 assist against Ball State, which out of the 2 goals, is 1 assist.
A 3-time All-State player in high school, 2nd year, minutes for Central Michigan. It's knocked out a play by Jana Searles. It's going to be Central Michigan corner. First set piece of the game awarded to the Chippewas.
Yes, and those corner kicks are so important, whether you're on the offensive side or the defensive side of it. You never know where this ball is going to go. We saw in the men's game on Friday, there were plenty of corner kicks, or just not even corner kicks, but kicks in the corner of the field that ended up affecting the game.
Yeah, both Falcon goals last week. One against OU, one against Western came off of the set piece.
Corner kick, Central Michigan.
Off the foot of defensive midfielder Amy Butero has been so good on set pieces. Here's one for Central. It's going to be Sophia Spano to take it. Both hands up, and here it comes. On a line drive, and didn't get quite what she wanted on that one, as that's going to go out of play. I think Central Michigan will be happy with offensive attack that they've had here in this first few minutes. A great opportunity in the first couple off of that takeaway. Now corner.
One interesting thing that I did see there, Henry, is number 8, Ella Dykstra, was very close to O'Malley in that goal box, trying to get in her way, get that goal in. Dykstra has played in 8 games this year, started 1, has 310 minutes total, and has the other assist, which was against Toledo in their 1-1 draw.
And transferred from Lake Michigan College. All NCCAA second team there. They're going to try to go quickly here as they're going to play it all the way to the far side. Butera trying to find Mazzaferro, the Niagara transfer. And it's going to be knocked away there by Weed. A quick throw into Holler. Back to Mazzaferro. Now back to Franson. Finds Oliver. Oliver with pressure goes back to Butera. They're going to switch sides. Back to Lamparty. Franson is going to send it to Searles. Archer Jr. missed all of 2024, been a huge part of that back line after switching from more of a midfield role in 2023. Or Jimmy Walker. Here's Audrey Oliver playing it really far forward. Got a lot of space and a great ball for Ellie Poole, who's just not quite able to get enough on it. Great opportunity there.
Yeah, great attempt in there. As we're going to see a quick replay of this. I mean, Aubrey Oliver, great pass into Ellie Poole, just kind of mislost her footing, couldn't find the right steps. Nothing you can do there. Best opportunity so far from either team.
It's a great look, just a little bit too far on the ball. Oliver's been great in her past few games. Over for Alexis Sopralis, who's out for the rest of the season. Poole as well, 2 goals, 2 assists on the year. Stransky's going to find Holler, who's able to keep it in, but it's taken away by Abby Freeze. Party will clear it out for a Central Michigan throw-in. Grace Cameron.
And you know, one thing that I did see there, Henry, from the Falcons is they got the ball from one side of the pitch to the other twice during that offensive possession. And that's kind of what you have to do against this well-defensed Central Michigan team.
Yeah, that's been the game plan for the Falcons, is attack early. We saw that in the Western Michigan game, a very high-energy first half where both teams scored, and then after those 2 goals, of the defensive approach in the second. Here's the ball from Bretz. Trying to find Kylie Weed just a little bit too far. The freshman midfielder. Weed, a lot of freshman influence on the Central Michigan roster. We're not afraid to play the youngsters this year. 9 games played, 6 games started for 629 minutes. The full 90 is. Here's a ball for Ellie Poole, another great chance. She's gonna take a touch and put a shot on goal and forces Riley Borgman into action for the first time.
Yeah, and a great stop there from Borgman, as we're gonna see a quick replay of this. Ellie Poole had a great opportunity, gets past the defender and just gets it right at Borgman. Borgman got down and stopped that ball.
Great first touch to create space. And the grad student forward. Michigan going to take it. This time Borgman, the junior goalkeeper, has kind of been splitting reps. Taylor Primack also received minutes this year. And redshirt sophomore goalkeeper Jadia Kershaw as well, but Borgman has kind of emerged as the starting goalkeeper essentially in these past few games.
Yeah, and with there being 2 back-to-back ties, their first non-losses of the season, I would expect Borgman to be in there as much as possible. That one forward, back to Troy. Now finds Jackson. The pressure from Oliver. Oliver goes in for the tackle, and they end up winning as that one goes right to Searles. That's a Farrow. Doesn't get to it before it goes out of play. Central will take it back. And Kylie Weed's going to be throwing this ball in for Central Michigan. Weed has been in 9 games so far this season and started in 6 of them. She played 96 minutes against Ball State and 90 against Toledo, both of their ties of the season. So clearly that could be a common denominator there, Henry.
Lead, a member of Club Team Michigan Hawks. Very highly touted program in the state of Michigan, and that hosts a few Central Michigan players that have made their way to the program. Here's Stransky looking for Searles forward as they're going to try to play along the right side. Back to Lamparty. Franson who's going to boot it forward to Freeze. They're going to call a foul on Bowling Green on the attempt, so Central Michigan take it quickly.
A little bit of aggression there from the Falcons, but I think that talks about their grit and their strength as a team.
A lot of physicality on the defensive side of the ball, especially with those forwards, Emma Stransky and Ellie Poole. A lot of action on this far side over here. That's where Bowling Green has been going for a lot of their looks, and where Central Michigan has been going as well. See a few throw-ins from this freshman, Kylie Weed. Will bounce right back out, taken quickly by Betzold. sophomore out of Essexville, Michigan. Garber High School. 18 games played in 2024, played in all 9 so far this year.
Yeah, another interesting fact about Betzold is her sister Tegan was a member of the CMU team in both 2023 and 2024.
Physical defense by Abby Freeze awards a foul. For Bowling Green, free kick right at the midfield line. Just like to go back to Lamparty. Franson. Well, players forward, Lamparty with a lot of open space. Gonna try to find Poole over here on this left wing. He's gonna award a corner for the Falcons. That one knocked away by Cameron. First set piece of the day for Bowling Green.
Yeah, and I think Poole was okay with that being a corner kick. She didn't seem too upset about not getting that ball into the box.
Not a lot of free bodies in the box. So
Corner kick, Bowling Green.
One of the best set piece takers in the MAC. 2 assists on both Bowling Green goals, and it's going to be Mazzaferro who's going to take it instead. They might elect to take it short. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, they're going to take it short to Mazzaferro. Okay, back to Butera, who's going to sky it in here. And they almost found Stransky in the box, but good defense by Central Michigan to clear it to Borgman.
Always so interesting how you work through those corner kicks, because sometimes there are times where it's best to just sling it into the box and find it. But there, I feel like getting that short and finding the other Falcon player right there kind of worked out better.
Borgman skies that one in, but it bounces right back to Poole, who's going to have some space going forward. Finds a great ball to Stransky, who has a lot of open space. Takes a touch and she'll put it in. Emma Stransky puts the Falcons on the board. Borgman came out too far, and an open goal for Stransky for her 6th goal of the year puts the Falcons up 1-0.
Yeah, and the Falcons are just doing a great job getting that first touch on the ball. And after Borgman sent the ball about to midfield, Falcons got the first touch, got it right up to Stransky, and she got the goal.
Junior forward, been all over the place this year. Already broken her goal total from 2024. Now adds on to it with her 6th on the season.
Gonna get a quick little replay of it right here. Just breaks away from the defenders, gets around Borgman, and a nice little lefty kick into the right side of the net.
Really put Borgman in a tough position. Had to come out, but really nothing she could do there. Just a great ball to find Stransky, who had got such a breakaway.
Yeah, and it's one of those things, as a goalkeeper, do you stay back and let them have the free shot and they could go anywhere in the net, or do you try and at least get out there and take it?
Yeah, sometimes it's a lose-lose situation for goalkeepers being put in a position like that. Falcons put up another goal early in the game. They're going to be playing on the defensive side now. Central Michigan hasn't allowed more than 1 goal in their past 5 games, but they haven't won any of those games. Scored 2 goals in those 5. They've scored 2 goals in 9 games so far to start the season. Not a lot of offensive success, but both those goals have come in the last 2 games.
Yeah, and one thing that you mentioned, Henry, is that Bowling Green tends to go back towards defense once they get that first goal. And I think in a game like this where CMU doesn't tend to score as much as other teams, you'll see a little bit more of the defensive play from the Falcons, more than usual.
Yeah. The pressure is going to be on the Chippewas to equalize. Central Michigan won this matchup 2-1 in 2024. That game was in Mount Pleasant. Central just missed out on the playoffs after finishing 3-4-4 in MAC play. Finished the conference 9th, although pretty much 5th through 9th were very even going into the last couple of games of the season. And Party plays it forward for Mazzaferro. Another great ball by this Bowling Green back line. That one's forward, trying to find Stransky and knocked out. It's going to be another Bowling Green corner. That was Spano on the knockaway.
Yeah, as Mazzaferro just gets right up in there, tries to get it into the box. Great stop from number 20, Meenam Sam of Central Michigan.
It's going to be Searles to take it. They're going to probably like to go short again, try the same sort of inverted corner where they play up to Butera. Central saw it coming. They put on pressure. It finds Butera. Going to send it in. Central, a lot of space here on this takeaway. They're going to try to play it forward for Betzel, but Butera is there to play it back to O'Malley. Dangerous transition offense there from Central, just on all the players in the Bowling Green box. No one was there to defend.
Yeah, and that is one of the scariest things of having so many players in the box, is you leave that backside open for a possible attack from CMU.
There's freshman Liv Moulton taking the throw in, former member of the Manchester United U21 squad. Dykstra trying to play that one forward, but that one's just out. We're watching this matchup on a WBGU live stream. Since 1964, WBGU PBS has been an active part of the communities it serves, working with residents to make Northwest and West Central Ohio a better place to live and work. With more than 3,000 members, WBGU PBS is a true community asset and lifelong learning resource. WBGU PBS's local programs and documentaries are designed to broaden knowledge and meet the specific needs of viewers, whether that be education, entertainment, or a combination of both. O'Malley going to take the goal kick to Lamparty, who's going to sky it forward. Off the head of Cameron, right to Hollers. Finds Stransky off the head and takes a good first touch to secure it. Has a couple players with her. Poole going to take that one off with a rebound.
Poole just being all over the pitch so far today for the Falcons.
Yeah, a lot of offensive pressure on this close side. Central Michigan going to take it away this time. Jackson out to Cameron. Trying to find Dykstra. That one's knocked away.
One thing that we've seen so far from the Falcons is they are enjoying the very short kicks, whether it's from the corner kick or from a goal kick, sending it right over to another Falcon to give a little bit of a better look.
Nothing comes of that CMU throw-in. Right back to O'Malley. Sophomore goalkeeper Payne O'Malley already made a stellar save right at the beginning of this first half. The season that she's had has been quite impressive. Still leads the MAC in save percentage and second in the MAC in goals against average. This team hasn't allowed more than one goal all season.
And like we mentioned at the start of the broadcast, with Taylor Green being down, even though all of the players that are on the pitch fully having shots,
Stransky trying to play forward to Poole, that one taken away.
Everyone that plays upward on the pitch need to be able to come back for Green. O'Malley needs to do her job back there. Losing Green is still a huge piece in any sense, but O'Malley needs to be ready for more shots possibly.
Yes, Michigan going to be on the attack. They want to get that equalizing goal. You know, no matter how tough their non-conference schedule was, it doesn't matter when it comes to making the MAC tournament and making that NCAA tournament. 6 teams make the MAC tournament, and at the historic Crew Stadium this year in Columbus, Ohio in November. Normally it's whoever wins the MAC regular season hosts the tournament, but changing it up this year to a neutral site, sure to be exciting.
Which I feel like that stadium deserves it.
Yeah.
With it being in the center of Ohio, I mean, everyone would dream to play there, I'm sure.
Yeah, of course, formerly the home of the Columbus Crew, now moved to lower.com field. Just so much history in that stadium, and it's great that they're still using it and definitely not, tearing it down.
Yeah, and it'll make that championship, whoever does end up winning it, that much more sweeter.
Yeah. It's Butera. Now to Moulton. Sent forward for Troy, but bounces out for a Bowling Green throw-in.
Yeah, and the Falcons still doing a great job keeping their defense high, as CMU is going to be trying to find that pressure to force that equalizer like you mentioned.
Beautiful Sunday afternoon for soccer. Temperature reaching close to 85 degrees. as we get towards the end of this game. I mean, it's just been nonstop fantastic weather, especially on these Sunday afternoons as we get just a couple days away from October.
Which is very different from what we see most times in Bowling Green, Ohio.
Yeah, it seems like by this time of year it's cold and windy, but warm weather hanging on just for a couple more weeks.
Well, I can promise you it was not cold and windy earlier, Henry.
Jackson plays that one forward off the shoulder of Dykstra. Searle's going to go down. That's going to be a foul called on number 8, Ella Dykstra.
Yeah, and Dykstra is still trying to find her spot on this game as she's just going to give a quick shove.
Thank you, sir. It's a little bit too much contact by the sophomore. Sharansky trying to play it for Mazzaferro. Not quite what she wanted there. So she's going to take the throw in. Troy. Dykstra challenges it back to Troy. Finds Betzold. Trying to play it back forward for Troy. One-on-one and physical contact. Who's the foul going to be called on? It's going to be on Troy. It's going to go the way of Bowling Green.
Yeah, and that's going to be one as we see a replay of this right here, where it's just kind of back and forth, Henry. You don't know exactly who that's going to be on. I mentioned it on the broadcast on Friday. It's normally the second person gets it. Whoever was the second person to make the shove, to make the contact, is normally going to get it.
Sharansky, a lot of space forward on the ball. Finds Holler in the goal, and a great save by Bradley Borgman. Forces her into action, but it'll be a Bowling Green corner. Great acrobatics to lay out for that one.
Yeah.
Goalkeeper.
As we see another replay of this, the Falcons had a great chance there, but Borgman just getting a fantastic save, getting up in the air to stop that. Like we've mentioned multiple times, Borgman is that piece for Central Michigan that's keeping them in most of these matches.
A great goalkeeping play from all three of these Central Michigan goalkeepers that have saw minutes. Butera at the corner kick roll this time. She's going to take it straight up. Finds the Lamparty, who gets up there. With Abby Freeze, that one's just knocked out of play. Lamparty scored both of her goals on set pieces this year. Kind of her bread and butter as sort of course, the defensive production from the back line. We got a couple subs coming in for Bowling Green. Quinn O'Neill, freshman, coming in for Emily Holler. Nina Sam, the midfielder, comes in as well.
Yeah, and O'Neill's been in 8 games so far this season. Has not started one yet, has 134 minutes on the season.
Yeah.
Still looking for her first goal.
Yeah, one of those freshman pieces that's come in and immediately contributed for Bowling Green. A lot of speed. So as they can cross that attacking midfield or forward roll. Franson. Front Searles, that one goes out. Troy will take the throw in. Battle near the corner, Dykstra versus Franson. Goes out for a Bowling Green goal kick.
Yeah, and kind of just preventing the CMU player from getting to that ball, letting it roll on out so we can get a goal kick.
Junior transfer from West Virginia, plays it forward for the true freshman O'Neill, and play by Freeze to take that one away from O'Neill, but Bowling Green wins it right back. Here's Sam. Miscommunication there. O'Neill going the other way. And they're calling a tip. Goes the way of Bowling Green.
Yeah, and just a minute miscommunications there from Sam.
It's going to be a hydration break here, sorry.
No, you are all good.
Take a couple minutes here. Of course, it's a hot day, mentioned getting up near 85 degrees.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Henry, we're feeling it up here in the press box, so I can't imagine how they are feeling on the pitch themselves.
Oh, we've got a break. Scenic Stops Stories is WBGU's local destination travel show. Join WBGU PBS as it showcases the narratives of the known and unknown regions of Ohio and parts of Michigan, as well as highlighting the area's top talent, landmarks, and places of commerce, including everything from artisans, entrepreneurs, and historians to museums, theaters, and local attractions. Stops already are in the works for 2025. You can catch Scenic Stops and Stories Thursdays at 9 p.m. on WBGU PBS or at wbgu.org/Scenic Stops. So Bowling Green up 1-0 here, just over the 19-minute mark. Central Michigan going to be on the offensive attack. Bowling Green went up in the past couple of games. Have conceded in those two games. Remember, their win to open a MAC play against Kent State, that was a 2-1 victory. And the draw against OU and the draw against Western conceding in the game today. So a 1-0-2 record to begin conference play for the Falcons.
And the thing is, Henry, while they weren't wins, they also weren't losses. And especially against that Western Michigan team, taking that 1-1 draw is almost as good as a win. It's without a doubt a moral victory for the Falcons.
Yeah.
And being able to still be undefeated, technically, not having a loss in MAC play is going to be huge.
Yeah, and just in terms of the competition, Kent State, OU, Western, three teams that are surely going to be competing for that MAC tournament spot come November. So getting those three out of the way early is a big help to this team. Next game's coming up, of course, Toledo, by 75 on the road Thursday night, and then pulling it up on the road in Ypsilanti against Eastern Michigan.
Which even looking at Toledo's record, 0-1-2 in conference play, every single rivalry game is going to be an intense match. You never know which team is going to come out on top.
Yeah, Bowling Green won that rivalry game here at Cochrane Stadium last year. 2-1 was the score of that game. On the other side for Central Michigan, mentioned back-to-back draws after starting the season 0-7. 1-1 draw against Ball State and Muncie 2 Thursdays ago, and then at home against Toledo. The most recent Thursday was a 1-1 draw against those Rockets.
Yeah, and they seem to be doing a little bit better against MAC play, getting in goals in both of their last two games with multiple MAC games left in the season. Expecting them to get a couple more goals, obviously, and you never know.
And sometimes it just takes getting that first one to cross the line to get it going for an offensive team. We're back underway. Haley Wolf is going to take the throw-in for the Falcons.
Yeah, as the miscommunication between O'Neal and Sam still worked out for the Falcons.
Cool, just kind of put that one on goal right to Borgman, who was trying for a cross, but no one was really there for her. Sunglasses on goalkeeper. Borgman, 6 games played, 5 started on 495 minutes, 7 goals allowed on 33 saves. Good for an .825 save percentage. Didn't play her first 2 years at Central Michigan. Finally getting the role as, I think you can safely say, starting goalkeeper this year for them.
Yeah, and I do not blame him for having those sunglasses on, Henry.
It's a bright day out here, sun shining. Cameron plays that one in quickly. Looking for Spano. Booted away. Here's Stransky. Trying to find O'Neal. There's going to be a foul called, and no, it's going to be offside on O'Neal.
We're going to get a quick shot here of it.
Borgman going to take the goal kick a little bit farther forward than she's used to. Line drive right to the chest of Sam. Great touch to maintain control of that one, but goes right back to Moulton. Now Freeze. Troy putting the pressure on. Sturls maintains, passes it to O'Neal. A lot of contact by Bretz. Works out in her favor.
And we're going to see a Superman slide from O'Neal, trying to stay with that ball. Put her all out there. Both O'Neal and Sam, who have come into the match, have done great things since they've been in, putting a lot of hustle in, using the fresh legs to help out the Falcons.
Yeah, And a substitute coming in for Central Michigan, Ella Dykstra out of the game. Alyssa DeCampley in for Central Michigan as they boot that one back to Franson. DeCampley, a freshman out of Queen Bee in Australia, New South Wales. 9 games played, 7 games started, and 528 minutes so far for her this year.
And I mean, Henry, if we had to have a competition for who was the farthest away from home right now, I would probably say it is someone from Australia.
Yeah, very, very far away to come. She's had a good year, already contributing as a freshman, 2024 MPLW Capital Football Federation Cup winner, the 2024 Capital Football Golden Boot Award, and played in both the Dallas Cups.
And kind of like you mentioned, Henry, Central Michigan likes to use their depth, use their freshmen, doing it right now.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Quite a few on the pitch right now just for them. Weed, Moulton, to name a couple. Coach Jeremy Groves obviously putting a lot of emphasis and a lot of trust in them. That one kick forward finds Haley Wolf, who boots it away. Moulton. One finds Butera. He's going to secure possession for Bowling Green. 30 minutes elapsed in this first half. Bowling Green leads 1-0. Here's Monteferro. Trying to make a turnaround. That one's knocked out of play. Weed will take the throw in over there. One more sub coming in for Central Michigan. It's going to be Ella Betzold who comes out, and Jimena Perez Ayala who comes in. Forward freshman out of Monterrey, Mexico. And on the Tigres Femenil U18 team, tough challenge by Bretz. That one's awarded to her. Central Michigan going to go this way.
Yeah, Henry, and to talk a little bit about the sub that just came in for Central Michigan, Perez Ayala. She had the goal against Toledo, which her coming in off the bench and scoring that goal is very impressive. Actually, excuse me, she's started in 5 games, so if I had to have a bet, she probably started that game against Toledo to get that score. But her coming off the bench today could give them a spark on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of both. That's kind of uniform across a lot of these players. Kind of a fluid starting lineup for Jeremy Groves. A lot of players kind of getting minutes both off the bench and in the starting lineup. Slam Party. Back to Franson. Since that Bowling Green goal, not a ton of Central Michigan pressure. Bowling Green defense has won the past 20 minutes or so. But Bowling Green not backing down offensively, still looking to get that second goal. It's Franson. Sam back to Lamparty. Lamparty, a lot of space forward. She's going to find Poole, and she's going to be called for offside. It's a little bit too far forward for the grad student forward.
Yeah, and one of those things, Henry, where sometimes you just don't know how close you are to being offsides until you are called offsides. And there's not much Poole could have done there. Seeing as there are so many people around the box, it's hard to tell where the last defender's at.
Jackson to Bretz. They're trying to find the freshman Moulton. We're at the right back spot. Forward to Cameron. Poole playing pretty heavy defense. Back to Moulton and forward right to Lamparty.
The Falcons using all of the pitch so far today, Henry, kind of making their way around like they had during their first shot of the game, moving around from left to right.
Yeah, we've seen a little bit of both in terms of offensive production, a little bit of fast transition, a little bit of slow building from the back.
Keeping the Central Michigan defense on their toes, not knowing which way they were going to go with it.
A lot of pressure from CMU forwards. Sam secures it back to Lamparty. That's been a common theme. We see this backline pressure against these Falcons pretty consistently. They move it forward this time. O'Neal finds Poole again on that left wing, going to try to cross it forward, and looks like she's going to be offside again on the left wing.
Yeah, and just one of those things, Henry, that Poole just has to wait just half a second longer.
Yeah.
And just wait for that ball to get there. Don't get in front of the defenders.
And Poole had a solid year so far. 2 goals and 2 assists, good for 6 points. Grad student out of Toledo, Ohio. Of course, attended Sylvania Southview High School. Missed all of 2024 and has come back. This is her first year playing under Chris Fox after a couple with Jimmy Walker, former BGSU head coach, now at Creighton. Butera challenging Ayala.
7 for 24.
We had a little collision there between 2 Falcons.
So it looks like it's going to go the way of Bowling Green here. Groves not happy. The CMU referee, or the CMU head coach, excuse me, with the referee. Groves' 7th season with Central Michigan after head coach at Murray State for 4 years, and then before that, 4 years as an assistant coach at Morehead State, where Chris Fox formerly head coached. And Party trying to find O'Neill, but nothing there. Central Michigan will take possession with pressure from Poole.
A little bit of history between those 2 head coaches. Did not know they coached at the same college.
Of course, Groves a little bit before Coach Fox. Groves also from England, same as Chris Fox. Groves from Leeds. He played for his hometown club, Leeds United, back in his playing days. So then Party taking it forward for BG. A little bit of an erratic touch. It finds Cameron. Bring it forward to try to find Ayala. Instead finds Christy Franson.
The Falcons continuing to just stay calm, even with the little bit of CMU pressure that is coming.
Ayala, you mentioned that goal against Toledo on Thursday. Winner of 2024 Dallas Cup. Here's a lot more pressure. Franson going to send it over to Lamparty. Trying to find Poole again, one-on-one situation. Cameron forces Poole to draw back to Wolf. And here's Poole again, a lot of space forward. See if they can make something of this chance. Poole trying to find Mazzaferro. She going to be able to keep it in? She will. BG players in the box. Here's the cross knocked away for a Bowling Green corner. Good progression by BG to earn the set piece on an offensive attack.
Yeah, and over there on the defensive side is going to be number 3, Kylie Weed for CMU. The freshman's still doing everything she can so far this match, trying to prevent a second goal from happening.
And a couple subs ready to come in for both teams. Are they going to get them in? Not quite sure what's going on here. The subs are going to come in, at least for BG. Looks like it's Lizzie Boltnick coming in for Stransky, and Lexi White, the goal scorer, in a 1-1 draw with Western, her first career goal, coming in as well for the Falcons' 2 forward substitutions.
Yeah, and like we've mentioned, the depth of this team, they're just trying to get some fresh legs in there. It really seemed like Chris Fox wanted to get those subs in before this corner kick.
Yeah.
Corner kick, Bowling Green.
Butera gonna take the corner straight up. And into the box. Finds the legs and pull it off of the post and in. Lexi White gets it in, and now it looks like it's gonna be offside. And the goal is not gonna count.
Would have been such a story there, Henry, for White to get that goal as soon as she stepped onto the pitch.
Yeah. Not even a second really elapsed.
Again, just really hard to see where that last defender is, especially when you're in the box like that.
And headed out by Wolf. Central Michigan on fast transition. Here's Ayala. Defended by Lamparty. They both fall to the ground. Wolf will take back possession. Good play by Lamparty to take that away.
Yeah, great defensive efforts by Lamparty so far this game.
Lamparty, the junior transfer from West Virginia, played every game for them in the Big 12 in 2024, has come in, and there's a foul on Liv Moulton. A little bit too much contact on the freshman Quinn O'Neill, but back to Lamparty, I mean, the impact that she's had on this back line has been huge for this Bowling Green squad. Of course, the team lost Isabel Gilmore after the 2024 season. She graduated, one of the great defenders, really, in Bowling Green women's soccer history. Lamparty, big shoes to fill. Her and Taylor Green have been great to this point, but it's up to her and Christy Franson now at that center back spot today. One was played forward for Lizzie Boltnick. Defended well by Central Michigan.
As we're going to get a CMU throw in here. They get 2 substitutions for Central Michigan.
Number 27, Leah Pena comes in for Central. Sophomore out of Santa Quinn, Utah. Transferred from Lamar after 2024.
She's going to be taking out Melena Troy, one of the goal scorers of this CMU team.
One's knocked over the fence.
As you can see, over the top, someone going to grab those balls. I said this on the other broadcast on Friday too. It is so interesting how every single time a ball goes over there, someone has to go and get it. And there, I'm pretty sure there was a time on Friday where we had to wait for a ball to come back in play because there were so many out there.
Yeah, sometimes they get lost either in the brush behind that fencing or just, you know, kind of go farther than they would expect them to. Here's Sam. Out of play. The throw in by Weed. And she'll do it again. Under 5 minutes now left to go in this first half. Central trying to equalize before the buzzer sounds.
Yeah, and a much needed equalizer for Central Michigan going into half if they were to get it.
Moulton goes that one forward, finds Lamparty Ayala. Take control as Sam boots it away. Boltnick, opportunity. Quinn O'Neill on the offensive attack from behind. Borgman has to come out past the box.
He's going to go in the game for 17 for Central Michigan.
Little opportunity there for BG.
Thank you.
Sam with the battle with DeCampley. Now over to O'Neill here on this far side, one-on-one with Moulton. Moulton using her frame to take control of possession there as Owen goes back to Lamparty. Bowling Green has to reset.
Sam doing a great job in the center of this Falcon offense, facilitating and finding the next girl open. So we're going to see multiple passes back and forth once again from left to right.
Lamparty, a lot of open space here in the midfield. They're going to have an opportunity. Great pass to find Boltnick. She's going to have a chance on goal, and it's in. Flag isn't up this time, and Bowling Green goes up 2-0. Lizzie Boltnick scores her first goal of the season.
Yeah, and Boltnick did a great job of getting past that CMU defense without going off sides. Great job by the Falcons finding her and getting that second goal.
Another look at it. Lamparty, just great ball. Boltnick recognizing the open space and Borgman, how much she can do as Boltnick just finds the angle, and Bowling Green goes up 2-0 here in this first half. All that was needed, a little bit of a touch, put it in the back of the net.
CMU continuing to let Lamparty dribble that ball up past midfield. Seems to me like that should have been stopped before she even got up there, with Lamparty being the player that she is.
Yeah. That'll be assist number 3 on the year for junior defender, and goal number 1 for the junior Lizzie Boltnick.
And Henry, the difference between 1 goal and 2 goal is so huge. Falcons can step back even more on defense. CMU has not scored 2 goals in a match so far this season.
Yeah, that's a good point there. Boltnick, Falcon number 7 to score in this 2025 season. Lexi White scored her first goal last weekend against Western. Now Boltnick adds another Falcon to the stat sheet.
The more Falcons that can score for this offense, the better.
Yeah.
Like we've talked about all day, the depth of this team is immense. And the more and more of them that can score is the more and more that can come in and have those fresh legs and get those goals when needed.
This team missing forward Ella Kane after injuries left her side in the past couple of weeks, but haven't really been able to notice with the depth in the forward position for this team. I mean, Poole, Mazzaferro, White, Stransky, Boltnick, even Quinn O'Neill at times, Emily Holler as well. A lot of players that can fill minutes whenever needed. Interesting situation here for Central. Borgman going to take the free kick right at the midfield line, and they're all stacked right in front of the box. Here it comes in for the Chippewas. Finds the head of White. Lead. And that one's that's around Boltnick. Gonna have a lot of space here on this side. She's gonna be on the breakaway. The 2-on-1. Borgman has to get back towards the goal, and she's got to put it forward over the head of Borgman and in. Lizzie Boltnick. Unbelievable. Taking advantage of Borgman being up near the midfield line. Disguise it over the head of the goalkeeper. 2 goals in the span of a couple minutes. Unbelievable.
We're going to get another look at this here. Just fantastic cross from the other side of the pitch. Gets it into the left back net. And that's what happens when you have your goalkeeper up at midfield. All the defenders were past midfield. The only person back there was a goalkeeper. And Borgman didn't have enough time to get all the way back.
The junior forward out of Troy, Michigan, having a day to remember here. September 28th. Bowling Green up 3-0. This game getting out of hand for Central Michigan.
Yeah, and like I mentioned, 1 goal, 2 goals is better than 1. I'll tell you what, Henry, 3 goals is better than 2. It gives you a lot more space. You don't have to worry about giving up that 1 goal because you still have 2 extra in the bag.
Yeah, and 1 minute remaining in this first half. 3 goals on the year last year for Boltnick, 1 in 2023, so that makes it goal number 7 in her career. Tara, nice turnaround move as they're keeping it away in the CMU midfield. Clock ticking down now under 40 seconds.
This is a little preview of what a lot of that second half is going to look like. A lot of just keep away for the Falcons.
Yeah, I'm sure the pace is going to slow down plenty that second half. No need to push it forward anymore, especially after 3. Mentioned CMU that scored more than 1 goal all season. Here's another opportunity. White on the pass forward, and that was going to be skied out of play. But Bowling Green, what a half for the Falcons here at Cochrane Stadium, going up 3-0 on Central Michigan.
I mean, just great finish to that half. Had 2 goals in the last 10 minutes or so. Could not have ended better for the Falcons.
We'll step aside and we'll be back for your halftime report. You're watching BGSU Women's Soccer right here on WBGU PBS.
Founded in the Midwest, Bowling Green State University is embracing innovation to push the norms of higher education. Academic programs that are in high demand, research that is relevant for our communities, partnerships that strengthen our economy. Nationally recognized for our student experience and home to one of the largest scholarship programs of its kind in the nation. We are a hard-working public university, always striving forward, always for the public good.
A bold approach to engineering. At Bowling Green State University, our engineering degrees fuse the science of traditional engineering with technology and hands-on skills. This combination is what employers are looking for in the up-and-coming fields of robotics, advanced manufacturing, and systems engineering. It's why our graduates find jobs and why BGSU stands out. Don't just get a degree. Secure your future at BGSU.
Nice spot right there.
Welcome back to Cochrane Stadium. Your score, Bowling Green 3, Central Michigan nothing. Action-packed first half though.
Yeah, Henry, and especially in those last 10 minutes, the action definitely kept going with 2 goals from the Falcons within 10 minutes. And that's going to be thanks to Lizzie Bucknick, who had 2 goals within those last 10 minutes.
If you missed this week's episode,
some of those highlights here. Bowling Green, a lot of them to go through. Mentioned Bolton scoring those 2 goals, and Chansky got on board as well. First half, here's LA Pool. This is a great chance to begin. The series of chances that they had, and a great save by Borgman.
Borgman doing the best she can throughout the entire match, just kind of running out of options with this Falcon offense.
Pool is all over the place in this game. And she is again on the pass. Chansky, a lot of physical defense from Central. A lot of fast fast transition offense like this. Cool, finding Stransky. Second touch, all she needed to stop that one from the back of the net.
And one of the biggest parts of this Falcon offense is actually Borgman, the goalkeeper for Central Michigan, has been coming out of the box way too far, leaving that net open for every single goal for the Falcons.
Saw the first one for Bolnick, and then just absolutely over the goalkeeper's head after he was up really far from that free kick. So like you mentioned, so Bowling Green, crazy start, 3 goals already. They'll try to go for a couple more. So I talked to head coach Chris Fox about goalkeeper Peyton O'Malley. He was shut out in the first half, and she's mentioned been top goalkeeper of the match in terms of focus, and let's take a look. All right, Coach. So Payne O'Malley still leading the MAC in save percentage. Just talk a little bit about how important she's been to this team this year.
Yeah, I think I've been saying a lot of my interviews, like post-game, I think, she's asked to come up big at least once a game, and that's what she's been doing, is making those what I would call match-winning saves that just help keep us in the game, keep us in the lead, whatever it may be. She's come up clutch and been big time for us, and hopefully that continues.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Founded in the Midwest, Bowling Green State University is embracing innovation to push the norms of higher education. Academic programs that are in high demand, research that is relevant for our communities, partnerships that strengthen our economy. Nationally recognized for our student experience and home to one of the largest scholarship programs of its kind in the nation. We are a hard-working public university, always striving forward, always for the public good.
If you missed this week's episode of Scenic Stops and Stories, you can stream the full episode for free anytime at WBGU.org/Scenic Stops.
A bold approach to engineering. At Bowling Green State University, our engineering degrees fuse the science of traditional engineering with technology and hands-on skills. This combination is what employers are looking for in the up-and-coming fields of robotics, advanced manufacturing, and systems engineering. It's why our graduates find jobs and why BGSU stands out. Don't just get a degree. Secure your future at BGSU. a bold approach to engineering. At Bowling Green State University, our engineering degrees fuse the science of traditional engineering with technology and hands-on skills. This combination is what employers are looking for in the up-and-coming fields of robotics, advanced manufacturing, and systems engineering. It's why our graduates find jobs and why BGSU stands out. Don't just get a degree. Secure your future at BGSU.
Welcome back to Cochrane Stadium. Your score Bowling Green 3, Central Michigan nothing. Action packed first half, and we're getting about ready for the second half. But first, let's take a look at upcoming schedules for both squads. Starting with Bowling Green, Noah, why don't you take us through?
So first off, we have a matchup in the Battle of I-75 at Toledo on the 2nd of October. Following that, we have home matches against both Eastern Michigan and Miami of Ohio on the 5th and the 12th. After that, we are against Northern Illinois in Northern Illinois. And following that up on the 19th, we have Ball State at Cochrane Stadium.
There's a lot of winnable games there. That's that. Look, Central Michigan's.
Central Michigan's, they will be facing off against Northern Illinois and UMass at their home field on the 2nd and the 5th, followed by a back-to-back road stand against Akron and Buffalo on the 9th and the 12th. And rounding out their 5-game upcoming schedule, they have Kent State at home on the 16th.
Yeah, so I know a lot of upcoming schedules are going to be tough for Central, especially with this loss. They'll go down to 0-2-2. Obviously, anything's still up in the air in terms of who can make the MAC tournament, but this loss is going to be tough. Central, especially with how successful these teams at the top, Western, OU, Buffalo, BGU have been in the season, as we're about to get underway here in the second half. Of Thursday, I know pretty much I believe every team except for one, Mother Bay, is in action right now. This is the maximum soccer, so why don't you take us around that?
Yeah, so Henry, it really seems like Bowling Green is the only team that wants to score today, as Miami and Akron are facing off. They are heading into the second half. It is tied 0-0, followed up with Ohio University at Eastern Michigan. That is also tied 0-0 heading into the second half. And finally, we have Buffalo at Kent State, also with a 0-0 score heading into that second half just started.
Yeah, as far as two other games going on, UMass not quite underway yet against Northern Illinois, and then Western Michigan up 2-0 over Toledo. That game is in Kalamazoo. Bowling Green up 3-0 as we are underway in the second half. Interesting to see if BG continues to put on the pressure, try to score a couple more, or they just end up going with the defensive approach. Maybe a little bit of both. I think it's a good way to assess it.
Well, I feel like the hardest thing, Henry, is to pull back your offense and try not to score and play that defensive side, especially when you have this hot spurt like they do.
Yeah. It's out wide. A couple subs in as collision over there. Bowling Green. That was Michelle Hoekstad. We were going to have, I was just about to mention, we have a couple subs. Just came in. Michelle Hoekstad checks in. Bowling Green, the junior of Frankfurt, Germany.
And also in for Central Michigan, the one that committed that foul is going to be number 24, Sofia Spagno. Another freshman for CMU, has started in 7 games out of their 9 so far.
Yeah. Searles, now pass intercepted by Kylie Weed. And knocked away. One players that came in for Central before the first half was over. Number 9, Cameron Dunn, the senior forward of Brunswick, Ohio. Brunswick High School. And Dykstra also back into the game for Central Michigan. It's Christy Franson. Knocks that one out. Central are going to try to going back. It's going to be a progression here. They're going to have to go one at a time. As here's Dykstra with an opportunity. 2 Falcons defending. Franson knocks it away initially. Dykstra tries to cross it in, but Franson blocks it once again.
Yeah, Franson being knocked down twice.
Betzold puts that one and gets over the head of O'Malley, but man, just out of play. Troy knocks that one out. Maybe he took a bounce that O'Malley wasn't expecting.
Yeah, very non-character-like mistake there from O'Malley. Luckily, did not cost a goal.
Yeah, man, that was Rachel Jackson who sent that one in the box, but Bowling Green narrowly avoids giving up one right there.
Yeah, Henry, and you can definitely tell this Central Michigan team is being a little bit more aggressive, trying to get a goal, seeing as they need at least one to start something.
Yeah, they're going to need one. I think maybe not too afraid to give up another goal in a circumstance like this where you kind of just need the goals now. You don't have any hope of coming back. Still plenty of time, of course. 42 minutes left in this game. Bowling Green scored 3 in the first, so that means Central can definitely score 3 in the second. Knocked off of Hoekstad, finds Dykstra. Now Sam gonna cross it, Mazzaferro back to Searles. Searles flies it forward, looking for Poole, who has a little bit of an opportunity, but Borgman will take control. Abby Freeze on the defense.
Borgman letting up 3 goals in the first half, the most by her or any Central Michigan goalkeeper so far this season. She also had 3 saves, doing her job as much as she can.
There's O'Malley, pressure from Dykstra to go quickly back to Lamparty. There's Cameron. Over for Betzold, knocked out of play by Lamparty. Yeah, Central Michigan definitely a lot of energy on the offensive side of the ball here early on.
Yeah, and the Falcons continuing to stay very well defensively coached. Keep themselves in this as they're just going to keep knocking this ball out, keeping it as much as they can off the pitch as possible.
Betzold throws that one in. And that was off of a Central Michigan player. Look at that, yeah, that was off of Dykstra. It's just a quickly taken Bowling Green goal kick. Franson, Hoekstad, Searles, who will keep it in play. It may have gone out at first.
Definitely surprised herself there, Henry.
That's to Spano, now to Weed. Dykstra back to Weed. Jackson, away by Hoekstad now. Bretz. Rachel Jackson, that player that almost scored that far ball that got over the head of O'Malley, the junior out of Bloomfield Hills, Michigan. Another player that played for the Michigan Hawks in her club days.
Big collision there.
That's when you foul charged on Jackson. A lot of contact. Franson, another look at it.
Couldn't get a clear view of it there from the replay, but a huge hit still gonna be Falcon ball.
Searles playing forward for Hoekstad. Back to her. Searles. Trying to find Monteferro on their right wing, but just won't be able to keep it in play.
Again, Henry, it's going to be one of those things where obviously Bowling Green would like to have kept that in play and gotten that towards the goal, but they're okay with that ball rolling out. As long as the clock continues to tick, they are A-okay with that.
Hoekstad, midfielder, just checked in at halftime, hasn't received minutes. It's that game against Robert Morris. Good takeaway by Lizzie Bolnick. She's going to cross it in the box with O'Neill, who has some error in the box, but that one's taken and recovered by Borgman. Interesting to see if Quinn O'Neill is able to get on the board there as the true freshman. Here in the forward roll. Takeaway by Hoekstad. She has some more room, finds Bolnick in the box, and it's going to be called offside on the junior.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, Henry, trying to get O'Neill her first goal of the match, of the season, would be very, very nice, seeing as she's becoming a huge part of this Falcon offense.
Mentioned about Hoekstad hasn't received minutes since that game against Robert Morris. 172 on the season and 6 games played and 1 game started for her to get back on the pitch. There she is, trying to find Monteferro, taken away by the freshman Weed. Looking for Dykstra. Back to Spano. Spano tries to play that one into the box. Yeah, maybe a deflection there. Out for a goal kick.
Yeah, not a bad shot from Spano. Just trying to find any chance they have to get this ball near O'Malley. Even with the ball getting near O'Malley, her being such a fantastic goalkeeper, you don't know if that ball's going to go in at all.
Searles looking for Monteferro again. And it looks like it's going to be a little bit too far as Freeze goes down, and O'Neill just not quite able to make that play. A lot of end-to-end play to begin the second half.
Gives a great opportunity for O'Neill, showing her speed there on that play, tracking down that ball, trying to keep it in. Just couldn't do so. We're going to get a goal kick here from Central Michigan.
Freeze taken away by Boltnick. The defender on her, she's going to have a look, trying to find O'Neill on the other side of the box, and that one's just wide as O'Neill and Borgman collide. Hopefully Borgman's okay. That was a tough play. Looks like she's going to get up. I'll get another look at it.
Right here, we're going to see this cross in to O'Neill, and O'Neill just barely got there, just a tad bit late. Borgman got down there before her, got the stop.
She's up and it's going to continue. A little bit of a limp.
A little bit of a limp and moving that right arm a little gingerly.
Brett's. Forward to Moulton. O'Neill with the pressure. It's Troy in the midfield. Got some open space here. He's trying to penetrate that Bowling Green back line. Poole is able to deflect, and nice tackle. Takeaway taken back by Troy. Got a little bit of run. She's going to put a shot on goal deflected by a Bowling Green defender. O'Malley's going to come out and grab it up.
Yeah, and again, like I mentioned, Troy taking that shot from a little bit farther outside the box is still A-okay from Central Michigan, trying to just get their first goal no matter what.
CMU wants to get that offense going. Troy is the right player to look for. Contributed to both CMU goals so far this season, and it's part of that Oakland team that drew Bowling Green 0-0 last year after she transferred there, or transferred to CMU from Oakland after 2024.
The Falcons staying very methodical with their offense, just kind of swinging it around, trying to find an opening.
Cool. Looking for Wolf, who's making a nice run over from that left back spot. She's gotten forward. Try to push it back to the midfield, find Sam. Back to her. And out of play.
As Borgman's going to get another goal kick here for CMU as the clock continues to tick. Under 35 minutes left in the match.
There's Moulton with Boltnick pressuring. Sam knocks that one right to Poole. Back to Hookstead. Now Searles, who's far forward, is going to find Monteferro over here on this right side. Another look for the Falcons. Monteferro in for Weed, and that one's off the side of the goal.
And a great attempt by Monteferro. Still trying to find the back of the net no matter what for the Falcons. And one thing that the Falcons have continued to do all day long is get that first touch off of anything rather is coming from CMU or BGSU.
Borgman. Is it in? Foot of Spano. And out of play. For a BG throw-in. Searles. To go back to Franson, trying to find Hookstad. Who has to run and make a play. I keep that one out of CMU. Good forward. Jackson. Now it's Spano. Spano looking forward for Betzold. Knocked out of play by Franson. Betzold will take the throw in. Find Dykstra. Searles knocked to the ground, and yeah, that's going to be a foul called on Ella Dykstra. Just too much contact on Richard's sophomore defender.
Yeah, and Dykstra's trying to get CMU on the board, so she's going to be a little bit more aggressive to try and get there. And if that costs them a foul, then so be it.
Shot. BG players forward. O'Neill almost gets there. Borgman, the recognition to come out and get that one. Monteferro going to play quickly for O'Neill. O'Neill plays it forward, but right back to Borgman.
Hard shot trying to get between two CMU defenders right there, but definitely still looking to try and find O'Neill that goal.
O'Neill, the freshman out of Naperville, Illinois, attended Waubonsee Valley High School. Played club ball for Indy Premier United.
As we're going to have another Falcon throw-in. Just kind of going back and forth between throw-ins and goal kicks.
Searles taking quite a few over here. Edge here in the second half. Takes another one. Finds Boltnick. Taken away by Spano. Working around and finally finds Lamparty, who's going to reset for Bowling Green. See the pressure CMU is trying to put on right now to try and just get anything they can in terms of offensive production, but BG has kept it away from them, especially in these past few minutes. Searles, a lot of space forward. Finds Sam, who has even more space over here on the far side. Jackson tries to close out, forces the pass to Poole. Poole gonna cross it into the box, and it's almost in and off the head of a CMU defender and back into play. That was a dangerous cross by Poole. Monteferro, the one-on-one with the freshman Weed. He's gonna just send it out for Bowling Green throw-in.
Yeah, and the CMU defender that ended up in the net was going to be number 20, Olivia Brett. She's been all over the pitch so far today. Not really shocked that she managed to find herself in the back of the net, trying to do everything to protect Borgman.
Yeah, great play to keep that one out for the fourth Bowling Green goal. Hochstadt finds O'Neill here in the front of the box. And a tackle by Bretz. Good, put it the other way for Bowling Green. Great play by Bretz. CMU gonna have a chance. We're gonna have a throw in transition. Gonna probably try to take it quickly. Gonna be Betzold over here. This far side next to the Bowling Green bench.
As the Falcons continue to just jump in front of any chance of a throw-in for CMU throughout the whole day.
Moulton freshman out of Manchester, England. Take this one. That's the head of Wolf and the head of Lamparty. Out of play off the foot of Poole.
Yeah, Moulton just going to get this ball back and be able to throw it in once again.
Here's O'Neill. Out, I believe that was off of Moulton. Wolf will take the throw in.
Just kind of continuing to go back-to-back on throw-ins between CMU and the Orange and Brown.
Here's Bretts. Forward, over the head of CMU teammates, and right to keeper Justin Neon Green, sophomore Payne O'Malley. A lot of pressure put on the CMU defense. Recognition finds Wolf, who has a lot of space forward. They might have a chance here off a quick transition.
I'll do that.
There's Sam. Troy heavily defending. Coach Chat. Branson to Searles. Nice pullback on Spano. They're going to cross field. Sam to Wolf. On left lane, almost found Sam. There's Troy, who's going to take it the other way for Central. Will they be able to get anything out of this? Dykstra to Betzel, but that one finds the foot of Franson and back again for the goalkeeper, O'Malley.
Yeah, the Falcons continuing to get this ball back to O'Malley whenever it gets close. Back in that defensive side.
Ball far forward for Monteferro. Quick transition offense for Bowling Green. Finds Bolnick, who has space in the box, and that one's off of the foot. Just didn't get what she wanted on that one.
Definitely did not get what she wanted, as we have 3 Bowling Green subs coming into the match.
Substitutions into the game for the Falcons. Number 6, Emily Holler.
And then it's Emily Holler is going to check in. O'Neill's going to check out along with Poole and Searles. Defender Evie Underhill will check in, as well as Millie Babel.
O'Neill finally getting that rest that is well deserved. Doing a great job up there in the front half of the Falcons formation.
A solid shift by the true freshman. Here's the redshirt freshman, Sam. Sam out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, missed all of her true freshman season with injury, has come back and has immediately contributed, been a key factor for this midfield. Assisted that third Falcon goal in the first half by Lizzie Boltnick. Number 2 for her. Here's Franson. Underhill back to Franson. Leaving a lot of space here. We're gonna move forward over to Monteferro. Brett's honor to Franson. And try to create some room to get a cross off. Weed is going to eliminate that chance. Give it to Underhill.
Yeah, and a great job by Kylie Weed over there, keeping it away from being a corner kick and just being a throw-in for the Falcons.
Underhill, sophomore out of London, England, transfer from St. Bonaventure. She was the leading scorer for the Bonnies in 2024. For the Tottenham Hotspur U21 Academy in her days. And then there's Emily Holler, the senior, the lone senior on this
Central Michigan substitution is number
Hochstab Junior of Frankfurt, Germany. Another substitute, but then this time for Central Michigan, it's going to be number 27. Aaliyah Pena comes in. Saw her earlier in the first half as well. Sophomore out of Santa Clara, Utah, transferred from Lamar after 2024. Played in 36 minutes total so far in 2025. Or excuse me, in 2024. 7 games played on 7 starts in 2025. Here's Lamparty. Central trying to do anything they can in this offensive pressure. Nothing has quite came of it in his first 20 minutes, Noah.
No, without a doubt, Henry, and they're really running out of time, Central Michigan is, to try and get that first goal, seeing as the Falcons got 3 in that first half. It makes it very hard to try and get those, let alone within 25 minutes left in the match.
Boardman. Is that one out of play?
We're going to get another Falcon throw-in.
The Olmec freshman team. Wolf throws it in to Babel. Well, puts that one into the box. Olmec maybe a little bit of a mini bicycle attempt, and nothing comes of it.
Substitution is into the game
Couple
for the
subs coming in now
Chippewas. Number 9.
for Central Michigan.
Cameron Dunn in the game for number 24, Sophia Spano.
Number 9.
Also, number 11, Alyssa
Number
DeCampley
9,
in
Cameron
the game
Dunn,
for
the
number
senior
21,
forward out of Brunswick, Ohio, comes in, as well as
Troy.
DeCampley, who we saw, both of those we saw in the first half, coming back in here in the second.
Both making their way back in for Central Michigan, getting some fresh legs in there, assuming to try and make one final push if they would like to.
Takeaway by Hoekstad on Jackson, one-on-one situation, and Hoekstad goes to the ground. Maybe a foul called on the Chippewas. That was Rachel Jackson, Jr.
Yeah, just still trying to be physical. CMU's trying to find their way, be physical. It's just not coming the way they wanted it to.
Crossed into the box, looking for Holler. It's off the legs of Moulton. There's Jackson booting it forward, looking for Pena. It's played right to the feet of Wolf. Getting close to what I would assume to be hydration break. Took one in the first half. Likely they'll take one in the second as well. Something to look out for coming up. One's over the fence, out of play.
Yeah, and that hydration break is going to be huge for both of these teams. They've been out here for a while. It's a hot day, like we've mentioned.
Yeah.
I'm shocked they haven't taken it yet, to be honest. Looking at around the halfway point, I would assume it's going to be soon.
Temperature high of 84 here today in Bowling Green, Ohio. Here's Pena with Sam on the defense. Pena getting around Sam Underhill, going to be there to take it, and she will do so. Back to Franson. Just Central Michigan been making runs, just not really much support for those runners in terms of getting across into the box and creating some sort of real chance. Payne O'Malley hasn't been super busy except for that one kind of chance in the first half, or in the beginning of the second half. Excuse me.
Yeah, O'Malley hasn't had to do too much, and I think that is a testimony to her defense. Not only herself, but the defense around her. Even with Taylor Green being injured, they're finding people that can come in and protect her.
It's done to Jackson now. Got sold. Taken away, there's Holler. Back to Babel. Sophomore out of Medina, Ohio. Finds Holler. Holler, great ball for Bolnick, who's going to have some room over here. And there's maybe a whistle blown, and looks like it's going to be a spot foul on Central Michigan and a yellow card. Awarded. That's going to be on the Chippewas.
Confirm was the yellow card on 20.
I believe that was on the junior Olivia Bretz. Get confirmation here. Probably that first yellow card of the game for either team.
And if it were to be on Brett, it's been a long game for Olivia, to say the least. And some of the frustrations kind of just coming out there trying to get that ball.
It was on junior Bretz.
Yellow card, number 20, Olivia Brett.
So I got 8 for 20.
BG took the free kick. That one's going to be off of Michigan defender, and they're going to blow the whistle again. Let's see what the referee says this time, as substitutes are coming in. 4 for the Falcons and 1 first for Central Michigan. That is number 2, Jimena Perez Ayala, checking back in for the Chippewas, and then for Bowling Green, Lexi White, who was in the first half, coming in. You see the sophomore Lauren Mahoney coming in with Franson, Boltnick, Monteferro, and Mina Sam checking out. And then in the defense, maybe Tara
Number 24,
Checks in.
Lexi White in the game for number 7, Isabel Melcafero.
Falcon.
Oliver back in the game as well.
Falcon just making switches, getting more fresh legs into the game. Seeing as there's been a lot of running in this second half, just a lot of keep away.
Hochstadt to Oliver. They'll play to the other side to Haley Wolf. Holler. That's Babel. Now to Oliver again. To Holler. I was going to send a cross in the box for White, who just sends it just wide. Good opportunity off the corner. Great run by White to stay on side on that one.
Great attempt by White. Right there is a great cross in from her fellow Falcon teammate. Just couldn't get it into the back of the net.
Lexi White, junior of Lewis Center, Ohio, in Olentangy High School. Same graduate class as Audrey Oliver, who attended the same high school. Oliver scored her first career goal against Central Michigan in 2023. And was assisted by her former high school teammate, Lexi White. So, great story between those two. Underhill in a battle with Kylie Weed over here on this close side. Still going. Taken away by Ayala now. Nice takeaway by Hochstadt. Looking for Holler. It's going to be Borgman, who's going to comfortably make that play out at the edge of the box.
Yeah, and Borgman did a great job. She was in front of the box line, and she came back, let the ball come to her so that way she could pick it up rather than try and kick it out.
Party to Wolf. Bowling Green up 3-0 as we're down under 19 minutes left in the second half. Time is winding down for a comeback for these Chippewas, who look like they might begin their MAC season 0-2-2 after back-to-back draws in their past 2 games. And it's finally going to be time for that hydration break. Like I mentioned a few minutes ago, well, I've got a second. You're watching this matchup on a WBGU live stream. Since 1964, WBGU PBS has been an active part of the communities it serves, working with residents to make Northwest and West Central Ohio a better place to live and work. With more than 3,000 members, WBGU PBS is a true community asset and lifelong learning resource. WBGU PBS's local programs and documentaries are designed to broaden knowledge and meet the specific needs of viewers, whether that be education, entertainment, or a combination of both. So it's going to be 18 minutes and 17 seconds left on the clock. That's going to have to be roughly a goal every 6 minutes if Central Michigan is going to want to make a comeback in this game. You can see head coach Jeremy Groves giving them their game plan for this final stint in the second half.
Yeah, and Henry, that's going to be a tough task to do for Central Michigan, seeing as they only have 2 goals on the season. So let alone scoring 2 in 18 minutes, let alone 3 now. It's going to be hard to do.
Great crowd in attendance here on this great Sunday afternoon to be at Cochrane Stadium watching this Bowling Green team.
Could not have been a better day, honestly, Henry. Like we talked about, it's interesting to have it still be this warm at this point as we're almost to October.
Yeah, I think we're definitely counting down days on our fingers in terms of these nice 80-plus degree days that we'll have the rest of this year. Enjoy it while you can, for sure.
Clearly the Falcons are, with their 3-0 lead currently over Central Michigan.
And Bowling Green will, if this score holds, they will continue their streak of being undefeated in these orange uniforms that they've been wearing pretty much every home game except for one, the one loss that they suffered to Illinois here at Cochrane Stadium, 1-0. That was the second game of the season for them. Since then, it's been smooth sailing in terms of undefeated play.
Yeah, and you know, that's a tough matchup against Illinois early on in the season. Still kind of trying to find their identity. So definitely on the up and up from there.
Throw in lands for Bowling Green. Here's Hochstadt. Going to take a touch and play it over to the right wing where Lexi White now stands. with Weed defending. She's going to attempt to put it into the box, and skies over the Central Michigan goal for a goal kick.
Yeah, as the Falcons are just continuing to just kind of do their thing, not try and put too much pressure on their offense to try and get another score, but they're not limiting their offense. Still getting shots up.
Here's Borgman, the junior out of Norton Shores, Michigan. So for Midwest United, one of the premier clubs in the Midwest in general, out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. A lot of players on this team again from that club.
I said, do you tell me? Oh, okay.
Slam Hardy. And while guarding her closely, Oliver will play it forward for Wolf. Wolf, nice ball. Trying to find Babel, and that one's going to stay in play, almost perfectly placed by the sophomore, Babel, now trying to go back to Wolf. That one's knocked out of play by Jackson.
Yeah, and a great placed ball down that left side of the pitch. Kept it right by that flag post.
Throw-in. Goes back to the sophomore. Now to the junior, Hochstadt. Underhill, a lot of space moving forward. He's going to try to find Holler in the box, and just through the legs of the senior. That was sure to be a good opportunity, although I believe the offside flag may have come up regardless.
Rather the flag was up or not, a great attempt by the Falcons. Holler had a chance there, just couldn't get the footing down.
Thank you. 24.
In terms of a bit of an around the max scoring update, Eastern Michigan up 1-0 in Ypsilanti over the Bobcats. That would be a big result. Eastern Michigan starts in 2-0, and there's a foul on Central Michigan. Audrey Oliver goes to the ground. I believe that was Jackson who's going to be called with the foul. So it'll be a free kick for Bowling Green. Another notable result in a big game, Buffalo up 1-0 in Kent against Kent State. Buffalo, another one of those teams that's favorite to make the next tournament. As here's a play for Lexi White. That one's just off of her foot. Yeah, it's going to be off of a Bowling Green, or off of a Central Michigan defender for a corner kick. That was off of Brett's instead of White. So it's going to be, looks like it's going to be Hochstadt. It's going to take the corner, possibly Babel. They might do that short take and then pass it up to Butera, who's awaiting it just outside the box.
Corner kick, Bowling Green.
Babel's going to take it by herself, and it's going to find the hands of Borgman.
Very interesting way that the Falcons have been doing that, trying to find a switch up. See if Central Michigan can kind of feel out, know which one's coming.
No, I think a performance like this has got to be encouraging for head coach Chris Fox, especially against a team that Bowling Green should beat on paper, but it's been a pretty dominant performance even in the second half when they're up 3 goals.
Yeah, and again, very, very cliche saying to say here, but the hardest teams to beat are the teams you're supposed to beat.
Right.
And even though on paper we were supposed to beat this team, you still have to come out here and you have to face them and get the win, earn the win. And the Falcons definitely did that.
Yeah. Sophomore Mahoney getting some minutes here in the second half. That one's taken away by Central. Taken back by Hochstadt. Off the foot of Sapia. Hochstadt guarded by Dunn. Full cross taken by sophomore Cameron. Oliver. Underhill. We'll get past to Mahoney. Mahoney looking for White on the cross. That was just going to be a little bit too far. Evie Underhill, maybe one of the more aggressive backs that you'll see. We got a couple more subs coming in. Bowling Green. That's Christine Erdman, who will come in for the defender Haley Wolf. That's Lizzie Boltnick, who's going to come in for Emily Holler. Boltnick on hat trick watch. 2 goals in the first half. Fox maybe trying to give her that opportunity in this final 13 and a half minutes.
Well-deserving opportunity, too, by the way, Henry. Fantastic goals in the end of that first half.
Especially the second over the head of Central Michigan goalkeeper Workman on a shot that was way outside the box. And Party got a hook shot. It's been pretty much consistent possession these past 10 or so minutes for Bowling Green. Really haven't been any chances for Central. It's Erdman, nice spin move to get around the defender. She'll send it over cross field.
Yeah, the Falcons just continuing to play this keep away offense.
Sherman, junior defender, McKenna, Illinois. Here's Oliver on the ball now. A lot of space forward. She's gonna put one into the box for Boltnick, and that one's kept away by Bretz. Heard the crowd really wants to see that third goal from the junior forward. It's Butera. Erdman. Bowling Green bench making a lot of noise. It's out. A goal kick. See head coach Chris Fox. And we'll talk to one of the players warming up over there, as that one's going to be a cross into the box for Lexi White, and knocked away again by Bretz. There's Underhill who's going to send it back in, looking for Boltnick, and out of play.
The Falcons are able to take some of those farther shots now, Henry, with being up 3-0, obviously. Most likely going to stay the 3-0 ball game that we have right now. Not a bad shot to take at that point.
Something to look for. Looks like we've got a goalkeeper lining up at the scorers table for Bowling Green. Might get a substitute. And yeah, it's going to be Kendall Sears. That's why the Bowling Green bench was so excited. They had Kendall Sears warming up, and she's going to come in for O'Malley as celebrate there. Kendall Sears, a redshirt freshman out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Transfer from Xavier. Came in 2024. Time all districts in high school. For high school single season and career shutout records. Very prestigious career.
Yeah, and Henry, that's a telltale sign of a good game when you can pull out your very, very impressive starting goalkeeper and give this freshman a chance. And O'Malley was very much welcome to that bench, where they had a great celebration over there for her.
21's going to go in for 11, 10's going to go in for 2, and 3's going to go in for 27 Central Michigan.
Erdman. Back to Lamparty.
Thank you.
And back to Sears. And Trapaz, she gets her first touch.
I'm sure we'll be hearing a lot of cheers for when Sears does get the ball.
Yeah. Oliver, a lot of space forward for the Falcons, looking for that fourth goal. Underhill playing really far forward, just didn't get the opportunities. Yeah, we got 3 subs coming in. We'll take another look at it.
Central Michigan substitutions, number 21.
Yeah, just a great pass, and not much that number 15 Evie Underhill could do there.
Kylie Weed, who checks back in, and then Lena Troy as well, along with Ella Betzold, checks back in after a short time on the bench. A lot of in and out substitutions for Central Michigan. As Betzold can have some space with Lamparty defending. She's moving forward, and Lamparty, nice takeaway, eliminates that chance.
Yeah, and that was really the first big chance CMU's had in the past 10 or so minutes, trying to get up there, see if they can get rid of this shutout.
See Erdman going to take the throw in. Lincoln Way Central High School. Going to call a foul on Central. It's going to go the way of Bowling Green. They're going to stop the clock. Looks like they're going to have a conversation. Coach Chris Fox is going to get a yellow card. Maybe not happy with that foul call. Or not happy with, the call was on Central, so I'm not quite sure what's going on here.
As they've just restricted him to the bench, to his chair. Very interesting spot there, Henry, with the Falcons being up 3-0. Don't know what he would be that upset about to be rewarded a yellow card.
It's Reagan Riley who's checked in for Bowling Green. Sophomore out of Latrobe, Pennsylvania. And Greater Latrobe High School all-time goal leader. Played in 12 games last year. See some good minutes this year as well. This will be our 4th game played, 36 minutes to this point on the year.
Yeah, and that's one of the best parts about these 3-0 ball games is you get these people that don't always get the chances to play as much, being able to get in here and get some touches.
Coach Grove's going to hand that one off to Erdman. Back to Lamparty. Played a great game in the back line. Not much has gotten by her. Over Riley. Aggressive play by Central trying to take that one back. It's going to be Sapia to take the throw in after she awarded, won that takeaway. Betzold. Oliver. Erdman. To Mia Gatz, who has checked in as well, another true freshman for Bowling Green. Playing in a midfield role right now. There's Riley. To Boltnick. Players in the box right now for BG. So that one's going to be set in, and it's going to be in. Audrey Oliver. That one came out of nowhere. What a shot. Into the back, bottom left corner of the net. It's got past the entire back line, and that's goal number 4 for Bowling Green on the day. Goal number 1 for Oliver on the season. Man, what a shot.
Yeah, this one's going to be back all the way back by the referee and just slides it right in there past the CMU goalkeeper.
Yeah, deflected off of Boardman. She's had a tough afternoon there in the Central Michigan goal.
Yeah.
Redshirt sophomore Audrey Oliver missed all of 2024, has come in and started the last 4 games. Now this is start number 5 and goal number 1 on the season for her.
How'd the replay look on for?
Goal number 2 in her career. Just scoring against Central as well in 2023. Another chance for BG. That one's deflected for a corner kick.
Not only on the Falcon side, but also on the Central Michigan side. We've seen a little bit of pickup here in play in the last couple of minutes, and I think that's kind of the coaches saying, hey, play till the end, play till the buzzer, which makes sense. You never know. Obviously, that was a goal. Her first goal of the season so far. Things like that can change momentum for players.
Yeah, playing till the final buzzer is most important. Here's the corner coming in off of Brett's, and it's going to be back out for another corner. I believe that's Hochstadt over there taking it. Here comes once again. And the box finds Boltnick over here on the far side. He's going to play a ball in, and it's going to be a foul called probably on Lamparty, yeah. Contact there with the goalkeeper, Borgman. I'll go the other way.
Yeah, I mean, kind of slammed her into the side of the goalpost. I don't think there's anything else that would solidify a foul as that.
And Party tripped by Troy. Get up a little gingerly. Hopefully she's okay.
We're going to get another look at this. Is this just going to be a quick little sweep of the legs? As she is walking and up on her feet, which is good, so.
Sears over to beat Tara. And Riley, Bowling Green, 4 goals in this one. They'll head to Toledo on Thursday for the Battle of I-75 before and Ypsilanti next Sunday. Battle of Eastern Michigan. Here's Oliver, who puts another one on goal. Man, just wide as she collided with the Central Michigan defender.
So we're going to get a quick little replay of this as Oliver gets another chance to try and get one in and just barely misses on the right side of the net.
Yeah, collided with the freshman Spano. Sarah takes control of that goal kick from Borgman. Played softly back to Erdman. Close to the 4-minute mark left in this game. A pretty offensive second half for BG despite the 3 goals in the first. Definitely haven't let anything up offensively. Sophia.
Oh, dude.
Which especially, Henry, in that sense, there are times where you can't really stop your offense because it is on such a roll, and that could kill momentum for another game.
Yeah. Yeah, well, speaking of momentum, this is definitely good momentum for BG moving forward. A win is a win, but a 4-0 win has really instilled a lot of confidence for this team, especially after back-to-back draws given against tough teams, OU and Western Michigan. But getting this big win on the board is huge for this team.
Yeah, and especially with the rest of MAC play to go. Obviously, they are in the hunt for a playoff spot. This is going to help them tremendously.
This play by Freeze over there, and that one called Borgman into action. She booted it as a midfield line.
They have about 3 minutes left in the match. Falcons just playing keep away here, trying to let this clock run down.
Underhill manages to keep that one in play, maybe not. Whistle's going to be blown. Again, this is a Central Michigan team that beat Bowling Green, even in Mount Pleasant 2-1 last year. Maybe a bit of a revenge game for Chris Fox in this one.
Yeah, and home field advantage does play a huge factor in it, but still, a 2-1 loss last year changed up to a 4-0 win for the Falcons. It's a huge difference.
Yeah. The score stands, this will tie the worst loss Central Michigan has had this season at a 4-0 loss. Big Ten side Wisconsin earlier in the year. Multiple 2-0 losses to Butler and Cincinnati. Other than that, haven't given up more than 1 goal. Not in MAC play, especially. Spretz. Looks that one out of play.
We're going to see another Falcon throw in here.
Rallied Underhill. It's the goal scorer, Oliver, to Erdman. Gats. Trying to win that one from Troy, but it'll go to bounce credit after Bowling Green playing to the buzzer, so earning that 4th goal in Central. Not a lot of offensive production here in the second half. Really didn't get much of a chance to get a comeback.
Yeah, which the Falcons did a great job keeping that defense up in the second half, because there are times where you get up 2-0, 3-0, and your defense kind of lays down because you have that lead. So being able to keep up that defense and not even allow a goal, because a shutout is huge under any books. So we have about 30 seconds left in this match.
So the shutout number 4 on the season for Payne O'Malley. Of course, Sears coming in his final few minutes. Shutout number 4 for the team. That's a better way to put it. It's Troy. Clock ticks down 10 seconds. Looks like I'll dribble it around, pass it forward, and Almost finds Bolnick, but that is going to do it. The final score, Bowling Green 4, Central Michigan nothing, in a dominant victory here on Sunday afternoon at Cochrane Stadium.
Yeah, and a great victory by the Falcons, much needed with the rest of conference play coming up. It's going to be great to see what the team does from this.
Well, that would do it from us. Henry Costco alongside Noah Steely. Next broadcast coming up on WBGU-PBS. Northern Kentucky comes to Cochrane Stadium as the men's team hosts the Norse on Tuesday night. That will do it for us. Thank you for joining us. Again, your final score, Bowling Green 4, Central Michigan nothing, here on WBGU-PBS.
Once again, your final score for today's game is Bowling Green with a 4-0 victory over Central Michigan. Thank you to everybody for your attendance at this afternoon's game. Please have a safe trip home and go Falcons.